New Zealand's food future is changing, but who really stands to gain? Right now, the government's pushing through the Gene Technology Bill, a law that will permanently change New Zealand's food system, the way we farm, and how biotechnologies are regulated in New Zealand. But independent researchers have been asking some interesting questions. For example, who's been driving this bill and who's been advising on it, and who may stand to gain from these legislative changes? Because when you start looking closely, things start to connect in interesting ways. Take Sam Uffindell, a National MP who chaired the Health Select Committee hearings on the Gene Technology Bill. See, Sam and his wife are also owners in a fertiliser company called NZ Humates. And one of their products, Volvic acid or Volvic Express, is being promoted as enhancing the effects of glyphosate, one of the world's most controversial weed killers. And further down on their website, it goes on to say how it can improve knockdown time and help the glyphosate get into the roots of the plant faster. Even with BioGrow approval, when it's used in this context with pesticides, it acts more as a pesticide support product rather than being a truly organic one. Now, earlier this year, the Ministry for Primary Industries has called to raise the acceptable limits of glyphosate by 100 times. And many people are questioning whether this would coincide with the Gene Technology Bill and the introduction of GMO herbicide-resistant crops that are designed to tolerate more spraying of glyphosate. So on one hand, we have higher glyphosate limits being discussed, and on the other hand, the MP in charge of chairing the Health Select Committee hearings on the Gene Tech Bill also has ownership in a company which may directly benefit from this legislation being passed and their products being sold. Of course, this could all just be a big coincidence, but there's more conflicts beyond just Sam. The Technical Advisory Committee set up by NBIE to help guide this bill, many of its members appear to have vested interests in biotech funding and research grants. And that automatically doesn't mean anything, of course, but it does raise valid questions about the independence and the transparency of advice that's been behind shaping this law. So what do you think? Is there deeper interest shaping the direction of New Zealand's food future? And shouldn't the public be aware of these potential conflicts of interest in our politicians and scientists advising on this bill? And if you found this video informative, please consider sharing it. The media are not covering these sorts of stories. Make sure you follow us for more content like this, and you can take action in the comments. More info down there.